Hello, long time no see. As you know, I don't post a lot on YouTube anymore. I go hide in a shell, and like the song from Slipknot, I just wait and bleed. Just kidding. Anyways, today we want to talk about something different. And this thing that is different is batch codes. Okay, I'm kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. I understand people's frustration sometimes when they say, oh, like the new perfumes don't smell nothing like the other one, or oh, like this person said it was like the best thing ever and I don't smell a certain note, or it's not as strong, it's not as potent, etc, etc, etc. So in today's video, I do want to kind of talk about batch codes. What the heck are they? What does it mean? And just kind of ease the pain a little bit that I've been feeling. So I did a video on Byron's 2.0. I had told you guys a story that I bought this little size and I regret not having gotten the full bottle. So I ended up getting the full bottle. And when I was super excited, I opened it. Also, I was wrong about one thing. This one doesn't have the skull that I thought it had in the back. I must have mistaken it for the butterfly one. I think the butterfly one does have the butterfly in gold. But anywho, so I purchased the full bottle of this, okay? And just smelling it off these bottles alone, it almost feels like a completely different perfume, like a different fragrance, different notes come out. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Batch codes. So in the box, what's in the box? In the box, you can't see it. Okay, yeah, you can. You can see it. In the box, it has these little numbers that match up with the bottom right here, somewhere here. And essentially what this is, it tells you a story basically of when it was fabricated or manufactured. Dude, I can't see it anymore. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. Wait. It's a little hard to see because it's, oh, here. It's up here on the top. So it tells you kind of like, sometimes it'll tell you the year. Sometimes it'll tell you where. It depends on what we're talking about, right? And I'll give you another example. Batch codes are literally on everything. It's on stuff we eat. It's on stuff we wear. So like this is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream that I sometimes use. And it has the batch code on the bottom. And this one has a whole different batch code. They're different. So they were made in different times. You might find that one's more goopy than the other. You might find that one smells different. It might be a slightly different color. And to me, like a lot of people kind of say like, oh, well, the perfume was not the same. Like I had it years ago and it changed. And I think because of natural ingredients that exist in this earth, and especially with niche companies that like to use more natural ingredients, there is going to be variation. And that's kind of like the sad part in a way, because you don't necessarily know what it is that you're ordering. Even if you test it in person and you love it and then you buy the bottle and you're like, wait, that doesn't necessarily smell exactly like what I remember. And it's because of that. If you were to go and drink orange juice on 2 separate days from the same tree, some oranges are sweeter, some are more sour. What I'm trying to get at is like sometimes ingredients just naturally vary. And the batch codes essentially just say like when it was made, when it was manufactured, in some instances where, what year, etc. And it doesn't mean that it's lower quality. It doesn't really mean anything other than the time and place when it was made. So like another thing, if you have quality assurance issues, I'll give you an example, like not related to perfume, but I once bought a bag of chips and the chips had 0 flavoring. Literally, it was just like a blank canvas. It was just the tortilla chip and that was it. I was like, what the heck? And I'm not one to complain, but it was just so funny. I just couldn't believe it. So I called the company because they have like have questions, call us or whatever. So I called them and they asked me for the number, and it was like a specific number that was related to the chips. So what I'm trying to get at is, I might recommend you this perfume, and it was my favorite and I loved it. The pear came out, it was much fruitier, much floral. And then I buy this one with a different batch code, and this one is just way more woody. And I feel like more close to the skin. It's not as fruity. This batch, for whatever reason, just smells way more masculine than this one. This one was like happier. This one was my favorite. I literally started decluttering a bunch of perfumes because I'm like, I found the one. I found the one. I'm never going to say that again, you know? I'm not talking about perfume. But anyways, I'm kind of sad. I am kind of sad because now I got this big bottle. I'm going to finish it, of course, but I'm kind of saddened that it's a very different experience, but I do need to recognize that things vary. Mr. Byron, if you're watching my videos, which I doubt, Mr. Byron, I'm kind of sad. This one was so much happier. This one is much more serious. It's a little bit more closer to the skin. I'm gonna finish it and I'm gonna buy it again, probably. I don't care. I mean, I still like it. I love it, but it's not the same. The packaging, let's talk about the packaging. In the previous video, I showed you this little package. I had the little skull in the back. This one has the big jumbo skull. But what's different about this one, you gotta slide it out. Slide it out. Oh my god, dude. Come on. Come on. My neighbors probably think I'm weird, or like, this girl talks to her boxes and perfumes. It's okay. No pasa nada. No pasa nada. Oh my god. I seriously can't get it out. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So this presentation is actually much nicer. Very pretty, actually. It came like this. So you gotta be careful when you open it that you don't drop it forward or anything. But like, this presentation was very, very pretty. What would have been cooler is if the whole box would have been black. But I understand you gotta kind of make things neutral because they have other perfumes and I can't be greedy and just want everything in black. Okay. So overall, I just wanted to talk about the batch codes and how this time was a little bit frustrating because I went forward and bought the whole bottle. And it does smell different, you guys. It does. It's still pretty. It's just not this scent here. This one is just so much happier. It's fruitier. And this one, actually, not just the woods, because it has like a base note of cedar. What I smelled earlier, I'm like, it just came off more tuberosy. I don't even know if tuberose is in there, but it just came out more like a dry flower. I don't know how to, not dry. That's not what I'm trying to say. Just not juicy, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm sad, but I'm still gonna finish it. I still like it. I love the presentation. I like the idea of it, and I'm gonna buy it again with the hopes that the next batch number that I do get is more similar to the little one, if that makes sense. I'm sure it's some type of chronological order or whatever, but yeah, last but not least, just another mention on the batch codes. Like, even lipsticks have batch codes, because I know a lot of times, like, oh, it feels like the formula changed or whatever, but this is like the By Kilian matte lipstick, which I freaking love. It smells like the Love Don't Be Shy, but on your lips, so it's really nice. Even this has a batch code, so I'm hoping, because online it looked a little bit more redder, more red. Here it looks a little bit more burgundy, so I'm thinking like maybe in the future, if I buy it again, hopefully I'll get like a batch that's just a tad bit more red. Once again, variation in nature. That's what it is. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I don't I mean, I have bought new perfumes, but I haven't worn them enough to really speak too much about them. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Bye.